Hey streamers, today we're exploring the tender, profound, and often challenging journeys showcased in PBS Passport's powerful documentaries on caregiving and aging. From heartfelt family portraits to insightful explorations of growing older with dignity, these films remind us that caring is truly universal. Whether you're supporting someone you love or simply preparing for the future, these stories are here to guide, inspire, and connect us all. Out of the gate, I want to tell you about a documentary that truly moved me. It's called Caregiving, and it's been released on PBS Passport. It's executive produced by Bradley Cooper. Yes, that Bradley Cooper. You know, from the big movies. And you can really feel his heart in this project. In fact, he was a caregiver for his own father, and that personal experience inspired him to make this film. Caregiving is all about the unsung heroes who take care of ill or aging loved ones, and it dives into their stories in such a real and emotional way that it'll give you all the feels. I got an early look at some of the content, and trust me, the trailer alone had me tearing up. The documentary follows several caregivers, people from different walks of life, and shows what they go through day in and day out. We're talking long nights, tough decisions, moments of exhaustion, but also moments of incredible love. One story that stood out to me involves former First Lady Rosalynn Carter's family. Even someone as famous as the Carters have faced the challenges of caregiving, which just goes to show this is a universal experience. What I love about Caregivers is that it's not just throwing statistics at you. It's telling real human stories that make you empathize. One minute you're learning about a teenager helping care for a grandparent, and the next you're hearing Bradley Cooper himself talk about how overwhelming and lonely it felt when he had to take care of his dad. This documentary helps you understand what that really means. Next, I want to talk about an episode from Nova that really grabbed my attention. Can Alzheimer's be stopped? In this Nova episode, the team explores one of the most heartbreaking and enigmatic diseases of our time, Alzheimer's. But this isn't just another medical documentary. It's an in-depth look at the cutting-edge science that's being done to not just understand Alzheimer's, but to figure out if it can be prevented or even reversed. Now, as someone who's constantly looking for documentaries that are not only informative, but also engaging, the way they break down complex neurological research is both digestible and compelling. You get to meet the scientists, see the trials, and witness the human side of the research. People's lives being touched by these new breakthroughs. The human stories are what really makes this documentary stand out. You see the emotional toll Alzheimer's takes on families, and you understand why finding a cure or preventative measures is so critical. What I really love about this episode is that it's not just a sob story or a general overview of Alzheimer's. It's focused on actionable science and the real potential for progress. From drug trials to lifestyle changes, it's a hopeful look at what could be the future of Alzheimer's research. And the documentary doesn't sugarcoat things. It tackles the hurdles that researchers are still facing, like how close we really are to a breakthrough. But it's that honesty mixed with a sense of optimism that makes this so impactful. So if you're looking for a well-researched, thoughtful, and moving documentary, I highly recommend Can Alzheimer's Be Stopped? It's more than just a science documentary. It's a powerful exploration of hope, science, and human resilience. Next is a beautiful film featured on PBS's POV Season 34, Episode 404. This episode is packed with stories of courageous empathy in the face of loss, but I want to focus on the second part of this double feature, The Hairdresser, directed by Lorraine Price. Now, if you've ever thought that a simple act could have an immense emotional impact, this film will resonate deeply with you. It's a short documentary about Kathleen, an 83-year-old hairdresser still working, though in a way you might not expect. She doesn't just style hair, she transforms lives, even if just for a moment. Kathleen spends her days visiting patients in a medical facility, offering them not just a fresh curl or trim, but a moment of dignity. Through Lorraine Price's gentle direction, the hairdresser invites us into Kathleen's world, where something as simple as curling hair in a sterile, sometimes dehumanizing environment becomes an act of empathy. What I love about this film is the way it elevates its subjects. For a brief moment, we see these patients as individuals, no longer reduced to their medical conditions. Kathleen's touch, her words, and even her smile offer them a precious reminder of their humanity. The hospital bed bars feel less cold, and the dreary walls suddenly seem to fade into the background, replaced by the vibrancy of framed photos and her tender care. The film doesn't just highlight the simple act of hairdressing. It shows us something more profound, that there is beauty in the overlooked, and that sometimes it's the seemingly small, often neglected moments that can make all the difference. This next film is a deeply moving and impactful documentary from PBS's Independent Lens titled Matter of Mind, My Parkinson's. Directed by Anna Moot-Levin and Laura Green, this 2024 film offers an intimate look into the lives of 3 individuals living with Parkinson's disease, a condition that is often misunderstood and associated with aging. But this documentary goes beyond just educating us about the disease. It highlights the resilience of the human spirit. We follow an optician who chooses to undergo deep brain stimulation surgery. We meet a mother determined to raise her daughter while also becoming a boxing coach and an advocate for exercise as a way to combat the disease. And then there's a cartoonist facing the heartbreaking reality that Parkinson's might rob him of his ability to continue drawing, something that's deeply tied to his identity. Now, I'll be honest, this film doesn't hit you with a lot of medical jargon or technical insights, but what it gives us are deeply personal, almost heartbreaking portraits of individuals confronting a degenerative illness. And that's where the film really shines. It humanizes Parkinson's disease, making it feel more tangible and relatable. For me, it was a powerful reminder of the struggles that many people face in silence every day. Honestly, after watching this documentary, I was left feeling a bit depressed and deeply humbled. It made me reflect on how lucky I am to not have faced physical hardships like these. But it also left me with a sense of awe for the strength and determination these individuals have in navigating such a difficult journey. It's not an easy watch, but it's a necessary one. If anything, it reminds us to appreciate our own health and to better understand the experiences of others who face challenges we might not always see. Lastly is a powerful and eye-opening local documentary from Kansas City PBS that's a must-watch for anyone interested in the future of elder care. It's called How Should We Care, and it's available to stream on the PBS app. As our demographics shift and Americans are living longer, we're faced with some tough questions. How do we care for our aging population? Are the systems in place actually supporting them in a way that allows elders to age gracefully and with dignity? Filmmaker Michael Price tackles these questions head-on, exploring a broken and stressed elder care system through the eyes of the most impacted, the senior adults and their families. It's a documentary that doesn't shy away from the harsh truths, using shocking hidden camera footage to expose what's really happening inside some nursing homes. It's unsettling but necessary to understand the full scope of what's going on. But it's not all just about the dark side of the system. How Should We Care also highlights some hopeful stories. We meet community members who are striving to stay in their own homes, to remain part of their communities, and to continue giving back despite the challenges they face. There's a real sense of resilience and a reminder of how important it is to keep the human connection at the heart of elder care. So, whether you're a family member trying to navigate the world of elder care, or just someone who wants to understand more about the systems that support our aging population, this film is a wake-up call. It's deeply personal, incredibly moving, and will leave you thinking about what more needs to be done. And that's a wrap. If you love incredible documentaries and top-tier storytelling, there's no better place to find them than PBS. By becoming a member of your local PBS station, you'll get access to hours of educational programming, fascinating history, and award-winning series, all available on PBS Passport and the PBS Video app. So why wait? Support local television, unlock amazing content, and keep learning. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to streamers like you for more recommendations on the best PBS has to offer. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.